evening, and welcome to another session in Gotham by Night. Tonight we welcome a new beast into our ranks. We met him briefly the day prior to tonight, and some interesting things have developed. We find ourselves at a dive bar in the slums. With us are Talon, Amber, Patience, and likely David shortly. So, are we all in a booth together? Or are we...
We can be in booth together.
Alright.
I would have met you there, so I would have saw you sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing when you know people, Talon
Yeah.
has the awkward. No.
Yep. And I like exploiting the awkward.
It is a resource.
Patience
It is
like
an untapped
ignoring the
resource.
awkward. It doesn't exist if I don't want it to.
She's in her own world. Somehow it works.
So
Just ignore the fact that Talon hung out at her haven with her for a while.
Nice.
Amber's totally not.
I'm not privy to that. I just walk up to you. Smell different.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I do.
Very
It's just kind of glances at Patience like,
He's just smiling. Hello.
I look back and forth to you guys, questioning.
oh, Talon will like shake his head. He's just like, it's not what you think at all.
So you say that, but Patience has his feather like tied into her hair.
Right. And Amber knows what the feather means.
Yeah, I raise an eyebrow. I'm over here, I'm like,
What?
I'm judging Patience like crazily. Like just with my looks, I'm just judging you. Like, the fuck this bitch doing? And I'm looking at Talon like, what the fuck happened?
Patience realizes none of this.
She's blissfully ignorant.
She chooses to be.
Amber, like, her gaze just dashing between the two, like, the fuck? The
You got
fuck? What
specialty
fucker
in
is
empathy. Fuck it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no. Something going on? Why does she have the thing with the
thing?
importantness?
That's my thing.
Talon has the awkward. Patience has the importantness. Holy fuck.
The thing with the feather. Dude, the feather. Why did she have... Why did...
Don't make a big deal of the feather. We're in a public space.
But I can ask you why she has a feather in her hair.
Yes.
Who else is going to really think of anything of that?
Yeah. But if you're like freaking the fuck out over a fucking...
I'm very judgy about it. I am extremely judgy about it. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not okay.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. But that's... You guys just met. Or you guys met earlier, but still.
It's
what
not...
went on? What went on?
Talon's like, no, it's not...
Give him a fruit.
Oh, no.
Oh my god!
What in the fuck?
Quite literally. But nobody else knows that.
She gave me a bundle of hands, and I gave her a feather.
I'm just full of confusion. Like, what's going on?
Oh, so Talon just kind of like sees this look of bewilderment on her face, and he's like, "It's okay. I'm only giving it to people. Oh, howdy. I'm only giving it to the crew." And you know that doesn't mean the ghost crew. He means the people that we grew up with.
Yeah.
And Anthony's like a special case.
Well, of course he is.
Well, you were there, and he's kind
Yeah.
of the source, so I mean, it makes sense.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty much like I thought it was just for family.
Are we not family?
Well, technically. But you know
I
what I
mean,
mean, you socially awkward motherfucker. No. I kind of just accept it, ignore you. Like you could tell I'm kind of like still like the fuck, but I'll concede for now.
Okay.
No more questions.
Likely at this point, David ends up walking through the door. Just casually approaches the bar, orders something. Doesn't particularly. He seems to be ordering a particularly large meal for himself.
I wonder
which is
if
very risky to be doing in a shitty bar, but
nausea, heartburn, indigestion.
Who's
The
got
horror
stuff?
is your cure. All right, so Talon, he kind of leans in towards Patience, and he's like, oh, "Fuck." Remember
No, thank you.
what we? No, fuck. That's not.
You might get a rise out of me.
Just digging your own grave, man. Just keep on digging.
Pretty much.
He leans over to Patience, and he's like, "You understand the significance now?"
Sure. It's a very pretty feather.
Oh no. He just waves at David. He's like, the other pain in my ass. Welcome.
well, I didn't realize I was a pain in your ass.
I say hi very politely, but
It's
you can
been
tell
a-
I'm kind of miffed.
Yeah, we're all
Not
already
at
just
you.
setting
Not
up.
at you.
For one, you're not even my type, Talon.
Wow. That's good, because I usually like salt and pepper in some pretty strange places. Let's just move.
I don't even
move
want to
on.
know.
I'm dead.
I am deceased. I have shuffled off this mortal coil.
You're not my type. Good. I'm not the right flavor anyway.
Oh goodness.
Oh, Amber gets
Ooh.
that joke. We will move on now.
How much of this conversation was in character?
Hopefully none of it.
Pretty sure David legit said Talon's not his type.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you said, "There's the other pain in my ass." Oh, really? I didn't realize I was a pain in your ass. For one, you're not even my type.
Yeah, Talon would be like, you're not the right flavor.
I just look at both of you and just start dying. I'm laughing. I'm rolling. I'm just like, that was still really awkward in all forms. Great. I'm no longer like mad, so that's great, but
Patience isn't either, for that matter.
I don't think she ever was mad.
No, I meant she's not the right flavor.
That's
I'm
competition.
pretty sure I'm mad. Like, I'm happy, but sometimes I'm mad.
Well, you do have emotions, so I would hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So he
is
just
David actually joining us?
he takes what passes for food in this establishment, and just casually just takes it over to the table. Yeah, I trust you don't mind if I take a seat.
No, I did say come on. Or welcome. I did say welcome.
So, what brings you here this time of night?
Recent events.
Oh.
Way to be vague.
How privy are you to the goings on?
Well, that depends entirely on what goings on you mean.
It was intentionally vague. He's kind of prying for information. He's trying to figure out what you know, prying for information about anything from basically anything you could learn through Streetwise, rumors, recent crime sprees, etc., or the removal of crime figures like the Riddler and so on. Like, that's why it was intentionally vague. He's not telling you what he knows, he's asking what you know.
Well, I've heard something has happened in the way of crime recently. Specifically, that lovely figure, the Riddler, has passed on, shuffled on, as it were.
Indeed. And so, I mean, town's still town. It's still awkward. And so when you say he's this lovely figure, he's just like... You can see his disposition change a little bit more negatively.
So you don't know sarcasm. Okay.
Yeah, he's a special case.
Occasionally he picks up on it, but like...
Unless it's blatantly, like, over the top obvious.
Well, not always, but yeah.
Most of the time.
But this is a completely new figure, so he doesn't know that you don't have ties to the Riddler. You could just be manipulating him, and he's like trying his best not to. That's his point of view, anyway. You said the sarcasm bit in character, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay. He just shrugs and kind of relaxes a bit.
Very little else. Of course, I can tell you that Mrs. Masterson in apartment 4F has been cheating on her husband, but I doubt you want to hear about the going-ons of my building.
I don't really know where you're from or what you're doing here, but beasts don't just... I won't say that. People like us don't just come out of the woodwork out of character. We're like the only beasts in the entire city. So normally there'd be like broods in different neighborhoods and shit like that. No, there's like, before all these new beasts were made, there was like 5 in the entire city of Gotham. So that's why he's being probably more suspicious than you're used to.
Okay.
Because for you to go this long unnoticed, it makes him think that like either you were hiding something on purpose, potentially terrible, or you know you just woke up or something, which is totally plausible. But town's cautious, we'll say.
He just takes a sip of his drink and just sort of like looks between the three of you. Well, I mean, there's nothing particularly drawing me here. I found my way here by chance, shall we say.
It can be a fickle thing.
Indeed. But it's certainly a very fun thing in the right circumstances.
So, just how long have you been awake?
Roughly a week, not too long, in the grand scheme of things.
I imagine you're seeking guidance.
For want of a better word, yes.
And how deeply do you dream?
Out of character meaning?
He's trying not to be too invasive. So, like, have you expanded your lair? Have you learned a whole lot about your condition yet or not.
Perhaps we should speak in a more private place.
To the roof.
Talon won't object. He's the Oogaloo after all.
They were allowed anywhere. They were allowed in on any funny conversations. It's almost like you didn't trust me.
You're part of the White Feather Club now.
Kind of
What
have
do
to
we-
tolerate, you know.
What
Wow.
Kidding.
family resemblance on what's it called? Patience.
Patience not using obfuscate, so she's a kindred.
Ah,
I could be. There's no reason to be. I don't want to be ignored right now.
Also, what's your blood potency in Vitae, Patience?
But potency is 1, Vitae is 7 right now, I think.
Okay, so she's roughly gorged at the moment. Seems everyone's fresh off the block. Why is it that I'm the one that has to drive the bus? I'm not the driver. It's like talking at all these.
License.
Hmm?
The rest of us don't have a license.
Yeah. I just kind of convince people to give me rides.
and I just
I get it.
hijack on the back of the bus without people knowing I'm there.
Oh, people notice. Don't ever assume you're.
People only notice when I want them to notice.
Spooky.
That's
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Creepy crawlers.
yeah. Kyle's just like, is this a challenge? Because I can find you. That's kind of what I do. He kind of ponders this for a second, and before he actually says anything, he gives you this look like you can't ever assume all is well.
Oh, I never said that. Nothing's been well, not for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of picked the wrong person to be like, nobody knows.
He's like a Disney villain. I don't know what's going on.
This is just amusing to David. He laughs at a lot of things. He finds a lot of things funny. Too funny.
Okay.
I mean, Patience is quite literally. It's like, this is a Disney villain. She thinks she's a Disney princess. So
Yeah, she thinks she's just fucking Disney.
Well, he's not
Hang on,
Gaston. So you're okay.
Is she a fucking Malkovian?
yes. Yes.
Oh no.
Welcome to the party, son.
Yeah, basically. It never ends.
I mean, he does fit the characteristics of certain Disney villains.
Yeah.
That's
Like
the point.
This is the party that never ends. Come and join us, my friend.
ha 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 ha. Totally nothing wrong here.
Wow.
Don't even worry about it. I'm an innocent little girl.
A little, maybe.
In her own head, she's an innocent little girl.
All right. Let's get this back in character. So,
Ha ha ha.
as we're all on the roof now, you learn that she's a kindred. How does David respond?
It's like she's not the first kindred he's met.
Well, you've only been a beast for a week or so, you said.
Yeah.
So you would have been noticing a
He
lot more.
has kindred ties with the vampire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Specifically Maquette.
Oh,
Oh, so you know that hiding isn't always hidden.
Mhm.
Okay.
mission friends, as I like to call them. People who also tend to notice the weird shit in the world.
So, we're reasonably private up here. We can speak a bit more freely.
So, what exactly do you want to know?
I should be asking you that question.
No, you asked a question. I didn't quite understand how to quantify it.
When I asked how deeply do you dream, I asked, what's your experience with your newfound life?
I've explored the basics of, well, the dream. I've expanded my lair slightly, to a degree,
Renovated your home?
indeed. Beyond that, very little. You are the first two beasts that I've seen, period.
You'll have to forgive my suspicion. Until until recently, there weren't any. And I should know because that's my job essentially.
It came to me about a week ago, and until in that time I've stayed remarkably hidden. I
What
didn't even
family
know
are you?
Ashmaki.
Okay, so yeah, Talon would probably ask like, so you've had dreams then, and you've finally given in to the darkness.
It calls to me, as you might expect.
Hmm. As do my wings that never grow.
Hmm. That must be unfortunate.
I've been blessed with more efficient means of travel.
Hmm. I tend to prefer the water more so than the air.
Like
You
mermaid.
you talk a big game about shadows.
And why wouldn't I? They're particularly delightful.
He's kind of eyeing you up and down. I'm actually going to make a roll for my kinship to see what either your most powerful or most recently used, generally speaking, ability is.
As in terms of atavisms?
Either probably activisms because they're kind of something you use a lot. That's wits and layers. So that's 7, and needs must. So. Oh, and what's your composure if you're resisting this?
2.
That's not an exceptional success, despite all those dice. So he doesn't learn anything new, but he'll just ask you as he's like studying you. Do they actually answer you? Or to put more discreetly, do you find your home in the dark?
Yes.
We may have a mutually beneficial agreement in our future.
I'm sure that will be agreeable.
Talon will kind of gesture towards Amber and Patience. Amber, you're uncharacteristically quiet.
Oh, I'm just listening in.
And I was being ignored, so
Mhm.
That was rude.
That was rude.
Very rude.
Why?
Rude to what? What did you say?
I don't like being ignored.
He's straight up, like he was gestured towards the both of you, and he's like, "Well, Amber usually never shuts up. She gets in
Fuck me too.
everything." So
I have a lot of questions, but I'm gonna leave you to this because you are a little bit more experienced than I am in this field, especially with his talents.
I guess, but I'm not. He kind of stops himself.
Oh no,
Opposite
you're doing a
expert right now.
great job. You're doing fantastic.
He shrugs, and I'm actually going to. We're all standing relatively close to each other, and it's nighttime, so he'll just dip out essentially.
Fuck you
He'll
too.
give a nod towards David before he does so, and he'll pop out of David's shadow behind him and tap on his. And he won't touch him, but he'll like make sure he walks around into his view again if he doesn't react.
He doesn't show any form of reaction. He seems remarkably composed.
Well,
Aside from like a
He's just.
just sizing each other up, like, oh yeah, neat trick. I could probably do it too.
Neat trick. Now watch me do it.
Right?
Dragon Ball Z levels of just I'm firing my laser. Mine's bigger. So
yeah.
The big measuring contest, great. We fit right in,
Wasn't-
Amber.
It wasn't really meant to be like that. It was just like I may not be a creature of the shadows. Like I'm an Oogaloo, not an Ashmaki, but I have. It's more demonstrating that I at least have some understanding of where he's coming from.
Right.
I'm a creature of the night.
If you have any questions, I will do my best to enlighten you. I'm totally not in a creepy dominate way, I promise.
No, it's totally in that
No,
way.
that's my job.
Well then, bitch, we gotta fight.
Come at me. You'll never. You'll think you'll lost. You'll think you
If
lost before we ever
you-
actually fight.
You know those like cartoons where it's two characters look at each other and there's like electric bolts between their eyes? That's what's going on.
You've got your big measuring contest. We've got ours.
Talon will actually hold up his cell phone. He's like,
Just
are you interested in maintaining contact?
who was that to? Sorry, me. Yes.
That was Talon, yeah. He pulled out his phone. He's like, are you interested in maintaining contact? Like, very matter of fact, just blunt, like, we doing this or not?
Yes, sure.
I pull out my phone. Also, I'm like,
I pull out my laser.
oh
the most
god,
chaotic fucking conversation.
it's just a laser. What are you gonna do with that?
It was a joke.
Just like a
A
literal laser.
laser pistol.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So. You half tempted to do something, but I also don't want to do something at the same time because just so in the same method that you used something to flex on me.
Oh, I wasn't trying to one up you. It was just he's trying to find common ground in his awkward Talon way.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's very awkward Talon way.
Fair enough. I mean,
But of course, you wouldn't know Talon way.
yeah.
So you could see it
wouldn't.
as him flexing on you.
Yeah, considering he comes from a really competitive background, So
This
Do
is
it,
why Amber's
do
around,
it.
because she's like, she's like a translator.
Yeah, it's like if I get any hint that like you're like if you show at all that you're going to try to one up him, I'll probably try to explain away his like he wasn't actually.
Oh no, it's just
He's
he just physically just disappears because we are in effectively a low light area, yeah.
Yep.
So I can do this by expending a point of willpower.
I'm over here like David, I'm sure you can hear us. He wasn't trying to one up you or anything. He was just trying to find some kind of common ground between you two. So that
That's a clash of wills that I think you're rolling.
Yes.
a clash of wills. Okay.
Yeah. Because
You-
Talon's like, fuck, I might have scared him off.
Alright, so
You can roll it to Amber as well, and I think
okay.
so
would,
can it's your lair lair plus something.
I marked you, and a Clash of Wills is typically your highest resistance stat and your lair. For effects that last longer than a day, you get a die. A week, you get 2. A month, you get 3. And longer than a year, you get 4. I believe yours lasts for a scene, so it's From the Shadows is for the scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no bonus there. However, I marked you with needs must, which means I have an indefinite effect that. Anyway, I'm not starving, so it's not crazy, but
right.
it's a little crazy. This is kind of my forte.
Do you need to roll, or do you still need to roll?
Yes. I'm just
Okay.
figuring out my dice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming
Mine's
I don't
pretty
have to
simple.
roll.
I got 2 successes.
Wait, do you even have a means of finding him?
I mean, I've got all specs up my ass.
I'm talking about Amber. I don't think she has any.
I don't actually think so. I think it was just like
To see him.
I don't think so. Nope, mine's mainly just
Oh no! So the
Yeah.
beast completely
Well, it
fades
wouldn't
from
have
sight. The player spends a dot of satiate, or in my case, willpower, and the character remains camouflaged for the rest of the scene. He is invisible even while moving or taking other actions, thanks to a combination of heightened camouflage and instinctual movement. Magical senses are likewise clouded, unlike the normal effect. A character using the supernatural means of detection to find the beast enters a clash of wills.
yeah, no, I don't have a supernatural.
But I
ways.
just rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes on that Clash of Wills.
Wait, okay, isn't it? Wait, okay, hang on, isn't it your something plus? Oh, okay, right. I mean, yeah. Clash of Wills are a fucky territory for me because I don't remember how most of them.
Right.
For beasts, okay.
Yeah.
Highest resistance trait plus lair.
So 5.
Okay. For other splats, it would be like, for example, you're a vampire with 3 dots in auspex. It would be your dots in auspex and your blood potency.
Oh.
Beasts don't have powers that have dot ratings, so they use their resistance attributes. The only reason I had so many dice is because Needs Must is a persistent effect.
So 2 successes, but you see him, nobody else does.
And he literally doesn't break eye contact with you. He's just like, neat trick.
It's like pretty much like you're just walking to him.
Yeah.
Just around, like you didn't do anything. To everyone else, we're just like, where'd we go? Where'd you
Wait,
go?
can I roll to find him?
If you wanted to use auspex,
yeah.
the first use in a scene is free.
Sure. I ain't got that many dice though. Blood potency, shit. I've got 1 success. Don't think I found you on with that, but
No,
I
because
got it.
I got 1. I got 2 successes. You got 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just casually walk up to you and then drop the effect when I'm close. You obviously see me, They don't, but they just see me reappear in front of you. No, he's just he just out. Basically handing out a little scrap of paper with his that amounts to his card.
Hmm. If you're handing Talon your card, he'll take it. If you're
Yeah.
handing it to someone else, I'm sure they will too.
He hands it to Talon. But he hands one to everyone. He just passes out. It's just got the single word David and a number.
Fair enough.
He was serious about no last name.
Yeah.
Talon didn't have a last name for a while either.
Patience will just put it into her giant ass. Into the void with it.
Speaking of,
Alright.
wait, into the void with what? The card?
The card.
Okay. So now that we've established we're all on the same wavelength
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
in the most awkward beast way possible.
Yup.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you hope to accomplish in this town, David?
Oh, well, there's many things I'd hope to accomplish. One of them mostly being revenge, but that can come much, much later.
People seem to like making deals with me. I don't entirely understand it, but as you can tell, I have a knack for finding things.
Oh no, see, I already know where the objects that I desire revenge on are.
Then what's
Oh.
the wait?
What is stopping for then?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you think I'm stopped?
Well, you're currently sitting in a bar talking to 3 people.
Have you never
Yeah.
heard of the long game?
You're not a-
You're
Bad
toying
thing.
them.
Pardon?
I mean, the kindred might understand that in a different level, but the
So you're toying with them?
You could say that.
I just chuckle.
yes, you two do like playing with your food. It seems.
You see, I already know where all the secrets are. I already know where all the skeletons in the closet are. It's merely showing them that I do know.
Well, that's
Talon
my
just
new
kind of.
game.
I was gonna say, Talon just shrugs towards Amber. If I was interested in that shit, I got people.
May I ask what your hunger is, out of character?
Oh my.
Out of character, predator.
Right. No, I already knew yours. Your whisper.
Mine? No, it's not.
You said
Ruin.
it was whisper.
Mine's ruin.
I thought somebody said that they were a whisper.
You did.
No, I'm not a whisper.
We don't even have any whisper beasts. It's already just the meme.
Okay,
Right.
I thought you were a
No.
whisper. My bad.
No, I am ruin.
Yeah, she turns people into social pariahs and otherwise ruins their perception of others.
That's what I do.
Fair enough. No judgment.
I know things. Use them to ruin people.
Yeah, for her, it's not collecting the secrets; it's ruining the person holding them.
So what you're saying is we should become best friends.
Really, truly.
I mean, he's more than willing to pass on his secrets for the right motivation.
hmm
That's always the catch, eh?
Right, the right motivation.
That's why Talon just stalks everybody.
Creepy stalker guy.
Don't need them to tell you their secrets when you can see any point in time in the entire city. We won't get
Well,
into
aren't
that.
you just fancy?
But Talon's like, yes, yeah. He basically said he has people for that. He's not going to divulge too much.
No.
I don't think I caught your name. He turns to Patience.
Oh, I'm Patience. Hi. You need
That
it.
is princess patience to you.
Just rolls his eyes.
I'm sure I get brownie points for that one.
Of course. All the brownie points. Doesn't require a lot.
David here. I'm torn between making a sarcastic remark or a flirtatious remark. Shit.
Well, depending on which one you do,
All right.
you might find Talon twirling the arrow again.
Never know what might happen.
You really don't. So choose one and definitely make it good.
There's no PvP
Yeah,
anyway, but it'd be funny.
I'll bite my tongue for a second. Just a second.
Oh no.
Yeah. He just casually finishes off the rest of his food. You know what? No, fuck it. I've actually forgotten what I was gonna say. So yay!
I have that effect on people.
Oof.
No, I've got the. I've got the memory of a goldfish
So
because
2 months.
yeah,
Same.
I was saying more the colloquially recognized expression more so than the because I've got short-term and long-term memory problems to the point where I can't even remember this morning.
Drugs.
What did you just say?
Hi.
What did you just say about me? Did you just imply something?
No, not at all.
Did you
We're
just
in the slums.
Did you just imply something?
I might have.
I mean, that was an out of character comment.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that took a different turn.
Oh goodness.
No, because like the only I was saying it out of character because it was the case of I was torn between making a flirtatious or a thing remark, or a sarcastic remark, and then I was basically continuing in out of character. I hadn't actually slipped back. Okay,
Oh, gotcha.
clarification achieved. Apologies.
It's all good. Always in character.
Most of the time, anyway.
Except for these little side
So we're all
questions.
sitting on the roof. It's
Yeah.
well said for lighting.
David
You
looks
don't
like he
actually
wants
have
to
any
say
questions
something.
about the whole beastie life, so
He's.
what are we?
I mean, no. He's got a few, or rather, he's got a few. I don't have many.
Oh,
Like
Okay.
out of character, I know about Beast. In character, he knows very little.
Okay.
So he's basically just information sponging.
Right.
okay. I'll take it we're just glossing over that part then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like
Okay.
there's it just that's it's important to just when it's something that is basically just a catch up of an in character thing rather than an out of character thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mhm. Right. Right.
That's fine. Well, shall we grab
I
a
still
drink
want to
and
figure out why you smell different.
I was with Patience? I mean, that much must have been obvious.
Well, no shit.
There's some smackdown going on. In the meantime, David's just casually drinking his drink, he is saying nothing. He is just drinking.
Patience just standing there with an empty glass that was never anything in and pretending to drink.
He's just casually drinking. He's making no vocal at all.
I will figure this out.
Jeez.
What?
You abandoned her at the bar. I thought it'd be rude not to at least see her off.
Oh.
The amount
To
of
be
dirty
fair.
jokes you put in my brain, man.
Right.
Like, fam, it's like you're trying to make me have a fucking. Like, it's like you're trying to make it so that I have to say some jokes.
You have to.
I don't want to, though.
You
We're
need
okay.
to.
We're okay.
I don't want to, though.
Fuel the fire.
Moving on.
I mean, that was the joke.
Yes. At any rate, that in character.
Oh yeah, back
She
in
was-
character.
Back in character.
Patience was abandoned in a dive bar. Like, you understand that she's not exactly complete. So yeah.
Patience looks
She
vaguely
can take care of
confused.
herself. I mean, she got there alone.
Yeah, but by chance? Like this guy?
There is no chance.
No, I took an Uber.
She
Oh,
took an
well, at
Uber.
least someone knew
That's
where they were
she
going.
For fuck's sakes.
Anyway,
Oh, nice.
I've spent time with you and Titus. I thought it was only fair to bring her into the fold too.
This fold's getting pretty big. Love it.
It's unfortunate, but
You're the one that keeps bringing everybody in.
because everybody
It's
keeps making new
unfortunate.
characters, and Talon seems to be the only person to know them.
You know
Hello,
so
I
many
got
people. It's just like, I tried to kill you. I may have burned your house down. No.
Realistically, Talon's like, you already know he's
Mhm.
he didn't mean it at all in any romantic capacities. He was strictly doing what he
Oh.
felt he was responsible for.
Oh, I know. I'm legit just trying to make you feel really uncomfortable.
I know. And Talon's just kind of like, you know how these things go. You know how it goes. Like,
Yeah,
We have
I
to-
mean, players gotta play.
Players gotta.
wow.
I'm just
Whoa.
trying to drop you in the shit, mate.
Is that in character though?
I don't know what's in my character.
I don't
anymore.
even know anymore.
If that was it, I have to know if that was in character because that will gauge my reaction.
That will set her right off.
I'm assuming the remark that you know how it is was said in character.
hmm
Well, that means it's something very different to Amber, I imagine. But yeah.
Yeah, it does. But
And then, so just David just says, players gotta play.
I probably give you, David, the worst death glare that you've ever had.
I doubt that.
No, I don't. It's pretty much like,
Remember, she's got advanced striking looks.
yeah.
I mean, fair.
Yes.
What's with all this animosity?
I don't know. I was taking care of a friend, and now everyone's mad at me, and it seems to happen pretty often. Like, geez, you can't shoot the Riddler?
You shot the Riddler.
Yeah, you did.
Talon's so he's not like terribly confused, but he's just like, I'm helping people and they're getting mad at me for helping them. What the fuck is this?
I think what you mean is you can't shoot the messenger.
The Riddler wasn't what? The Riddler wasn't a messenger, but thanks. This conversation
Fine.
is with the rails
Talon-
fast.
Is Talon mixing up his idioms again?
I think so.
Just start busting out laughing. Just like, all right. I can see it. I can't do this anymore. You're good. I was just dying.
Both in and out of character.
Yes.
You like
Amber's just lying on the ground.
Just rolling, just laughing.
Our characters get along in the best ways.
Oh yes. Don't make me bring that to light.
Whoa.
Oh, what's going on here?
Anyway.
Secrets, guys, stay secrets.
Yeah, Talon wasn't kidding when he said you're the wrong flavor.
What's going on here?
Wouldn't you like
Unfortunately, I don't have. Talon doesn't have the fangs.
Mm-mm.
Not yet, anyway.
No.
I-
Oh my
But
god,
we'll
you
move-
got
we'll move
fangs.
I can give you
Okay.
fangs.
Whoa.
Excuse me, no.
I can give all you fangs.
No.
No. We don't have souls. That's probably
No,
an important.
That kind of got
I'm
replaced.
just gonna take mine out. What do you want?
I mean, I have
Not
got
that-
bit before.
Not that we necessarily know that being embraced kind of breaks your soul, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's very meta.
Everyone's just kind of like shaking their hands, like, no, not me.
No.
Not me, broski.
Yeah.
No, we're good. We're good, fam. We're good.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
We're good, fam. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah.
So, Amber's in a lot of different, essentially, storylines now. Patience is.
Mhm.
But, like, for all the posturing, I don't think we've actually included David into anything yet.
Right, we really haven't. He's just kind of.
He's just casually there.
Oh no, are you gonna follow us in our
No.
shadows?
He
Air
already knows he
quotes.
can't.
Air quotes.
He's just he isn't going to follow you.
Talon, are
follow
you
me.
following
Weird.
Talon?
It's a weird way of putting that.
I'm slightly insulted.
The long U and
No,
Talon's
no.
just
That
like,
wasn't
hmm.
a talent. That wasn't a
Oh, okay.
talent.
You can certainly try to follow me. Some of
Oh,
us
if
have
it was-
obfuscate.
If it was that Amber, then his reaction would be worse.
No, it wasn't. It was just. It
In
was
general.
just generally at people that were not Talon.
Wow.
I'm just obfuscating forever from now on.
Always.
I'm turning into a nos.
Wow. Dangerous. So scary. So fierce.
So scary. I can make myself
I am
slightly
baby.
unnoticeable.
David is the epitome of just he words are hard. He
We all have those
has a
days.
Does David have any food left?
is in satiety.
No, as a
No, he had a
literal-
huge meal.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he still has plenty. Like he was going to offer, but like distractions.
I just start taking food.
Yes,
off the
Amber
plate
is
and eating
distracting.
it.
No, I mean if
I really
you
am.
go to take food, he actually like places it over. He doesn't like try to stop. He's not like protective of that kind of
Okay.
food.
Now, do I see? Do you have anything kind of shiny on your clothes,
Yes.
like pens, pocket watches, kind of deal? Nothing too
Uh,
up to value.
Shiny pocket watch, a brooch, well, two brooches, and several, well, a ring, but like a few rings.
Okay. I just want to know this for now.
Dude's
Okay.
wearing more jewelry than Patience is.
What?
Dude's wearing more jewelry than Patience.
That's pretty impressive, knowing that she's a princess.
But she's not actually wearing a lot of jewelry, so
Not today.
not today.
Talon doesn't wear jewelry because that's something people can rip out of you or hurt you with. And he's very utilitarian.
Today, Patience is a summer princess, so we're very flowy clothes, ignoring the fact we're in fucking November.
Yeah, vampires can pretty much ignore the weather, but it's still kind of weird if they do, because humans are like, you must be cold.
Nah. She would be the one that would be like, no, I'm a magical princess. And everybody would just think she's crazy.
Well, she is, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the best cover for the masquerade ever. I'm crazy.
Pretty much.
I will take the tests if I have to.
Oh, right. So, Is there anything else we can do with this scene?
David is just going to ask if there's anything at all that he could be of assistance with.
No, who are you directed your question to? To everyone?
To the general group between you three.
I feel like I need bananas.
As
do
you're
you-
distracted with that conversation, I'm actually going to use sleight of hand on your pocket watch.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
He will I kind of feel the need to actually tell you this, but that's one of the things that he would in a normal game with PvP allowed.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah.
one
You'd
of
be
the things
fucked up.
that would spark PvP.
I'm not doing it with the intention of stealing it.
Okay.
So I'm just pretty much like sleight of hand and then going to be next to you looking at it until you notice.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that, I guess.
Yeah, that would be
Dex and larceny. Plus
And sleight of hand.
your specialty in sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Not the merits, just your specialty.
So that'd be 1.
But because it's sleight of hand makes it so that unless he's like already super suspicious of you, you get to do it reflexively and nobody notices.
Right.
I mean,
Let's
he
see
should-
if I get this.
Like the pocket watch is kind of hanging into the coat of like it's kind of in an obvious position.
Yeah.
That's
But if
not
you're
quite how
not-
sleight of hand works, but yeah.
No, it's just like it's literally like in front of his face.
How are you holding your
How
hands
you-
that his pocket watch is in front of his face?
No,
no,
not
like
hold-
if it's in a pocket, it's fine. If you have like a breast pocket or something,
It's in a breast pocket.
okay, yeah,
That
that's
makes
fine.
more
I can
sense.
still use sleight of hand on it because you're in a conversation with patients.
And patience is very
If
distracting.
you want, I can get you a screenshot of sleight of hand.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Chronicles of Darkness, merits. It's actually a pretty cool merit, but it's like 3 dots, and all it does is let you do larceny actions reflexively once per turn without being noticed. Which for most characters isn't a huge deal, but for her, it's kind of her thing.
Hmm.
Sleight of hand. There we go. Oh, it's a 2-dot merit, but it requires you to be an expert in larceny.
Hell
You can
yeah.
pick locks and pockets without even thinking about it. She can take 1 larceny-based instant action reflexively in a given turn. As well, her larceny actions go unnoticed unless someone is trying specifically to catch her.
And we're all friends here.
But I'll put that in the rules since I did take a screenshot of it, and just keep everything all above the board, above the table, whatever.
I got, and
4 successes.
so yeah, 4 successes.
Oh,
Unless I have 9s again.
Do I get to roll to detect this
I
usage?
believe you have to take his composure off as a penalty. Usually is what that is. I will double check that though, because most rolls like that.
Well, he's not actively looking for it.
That's also true. It automatically goes unnoticed.
Yeah, so I don't think I have to actually take.
Well, no, I'm saying like if he were to specifically go, well, screw you, I'm gonna roll the look. Well, you wouldn't know it's. You know what I mean?
As far as he knows, I'm still over there just eating.
Actions are before merits, I believe.
I mean, he's not blind.
Well, no.
Nobody's blind, but if you've ever seen someone actually skilled in sleight of hand work,
Sure.
it's pretty fucking amazing, actually.
I've had my phone in my hand. One of my friends were really good at. Have stolen it out of my hands without me noticing. So, but I'm also very unperceptive in real life.
I used to do that to people. It was great.
Whenever I tried, I fucking failed.
I'm only good at pickpocketing. I'm not like good at like.
I know things like fast talking, lying, and so on, like social forms of deception, take their composure as a penalty because it's also your.
I also am very, very, very good at that.
There used to be like an example action. At any rate, she's not like trying to take it away from me for good. She's literally just holding it in your face, like next to her bit.
I'm legit next to you.
Hmm.
Like I didn't really move much. I'm
That's
next
fair.
to you, just holding your pocket watch now. Just
She's
looking
Puss in
at it,
Boots.
examining it. Yeah,
For reference, how high is your occult score?
Whose?
Mine.
Yeah, Amber.
Oh, so I can read it. Okay. I just have a 1 in occult.
Yeah, she gets a free dot for being a beast. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go.
So the actual, I mean, you might need to actually roll, but
Probably will.
yeah.
It's So what would
Usually
I have to...
wits, either wits or intelligence, depending on what the hell the watch is supposed to be. Wits would be your perception, though. So if you're just trying to read the watch, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
So
it'd be a wits and occult roll?
Yeah. So fast talking, interrogation, intimidation, all these sort of lying, manipulating, etc., etc. They're all just, well, interrogation takes the resolve off, but fast talking and intimidation take their composure off.
Gotta love resistance traits, right, guys?
Shadow and Mark, on the other hand, like if you were stalking somebody, is wits plus stealth or drive versus wits and composure.
I got 1 success.
I mean, that's a success. It's not exceptional, but it
No, it is a
counts.
success.
It's an old symbol.
Old. Okay.
Very old symbol.
Show it to me. Show it to me. I've got 3.
Well,
and a
I'm not.
special tea.
I'm legit just looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, if it was to determine what a symbol meant, that would have been intelligence.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
it's
that's
not.
okay.
It's just looking at it, so I can tell it's old. Very old.
Yeah.
Very, very old.
If you were using sleight of hand on someone who's suspicious of you, like as it says, specifically trying to catch you, so like you're trespassing and a cop sees you, they're gonna be like, well, that's obviously fucking illegal.
Right. Which I probably wouldn't have.
That would be probably a dex and larceny versus wits and composure, because it's just you're doing a thing stealthily and they're trying to notice the thing.
Right, they're actually searching. They're looking.
Hmm.
That's
Anyway,
part of the
we can-
job. But yeah.
We can move on, not get too bogged down on literally just looking at a watch. So
Yeah, no, I did it. I looked at it, said it was old. Pretty cool pocket watch, I tell you.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And I go to hand, as I'm saying this, I go to hand it back to you.
His look just changes from like amicable to just someone shot his dog.
Oof.
Pretty.
Oh god.
That's great.
He's just looking.
Are you gonna take it out of my hand?
He snatches it out of your hand.
Didn't know this was so important. I'll keep that in mind.
Beautiful. And you've touched him now. So Mimer's wisdom, if you're
Yeah.
if you're starving, gives you something.
Yeah.
I'm not starving. I'm actually pretty good.
No, me.
I'm
I
about
think.
average.
Me.
So you learn one damning fact, or you can take a leveraged condition, I believe.
For him or me?
You would take the condition unless you want him to just learn something about you.
Oh, so he's using Mimer's wisdom?
Mhm.
It's automatic when he touches someone and he's starving, right?
So you are starving. Okay. Well, so he just learns.
Actually, wait, no, I'm not. I'm not
Didn't we
starving.
feed you earlier?
Exactly.
He's
like
not
I've got.
starving.
I'm gorged. I just had to check my character sheet. No, I'm gorged.
You're gorged.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay, George, that's cool.
Nice. So that's not
We're fine, yeah. We're all good. We're all one big happy family.
yeah.
Maybe,
Hi.
eventually, we won't kill each other. But yeah.
One of them
Sure.
wants to kill the other right now. It's Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, you don't choose your
Yeah.
family. They just kind of get in your...
I mean, is today Thanksgiving in Gotham? As in, like, is it real time in Gotham?
It's apparently American. Gotham is apparently American, so.
Yes.
He did say it started snowing, so I'm gonna say it's at least relatively close to real
Well,
time.
he's been changing
Right.
the month in Gotham with
Oh shit.
us, so
Then who fucking cares?
so
Right.
it's probably around Thanksgiving, if not actual Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My character wouldn't be here if it was Thanksgiving. She's got a family to take care of. Thank you very much.
So, David, what are you doing?
I give it back to you. Tell you, it looks really nice. Very cool piece.
He gets super triggered.
Yeah, extremely triggered. I ask him why this piece is so important to him, and Murmur's wisdom is activated. Just so you know, like I'm using it.
Are you spending satiety on it?
Mm,
Because it's always active.
No, I'm
Unless you
not.
want to.
I don't think so, yeah.
And you're not starving, so.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So are you using the normal effect on it?
Yeah, just that you can't
Oh,
lie, pretty much. Well, you can. I'll just know.
Yeah, likewise.
I'm as
that's just always active, Amber.
Yeah.
Just looking.
okay.
There's so much
Well.
going on. The patrons understands none of. None of.
Amber and David are doing their flexy things.
It's an old sim.
Well, you both flex, so now it's my turn.
I'm a creature of the night, so am I. I know things. You took my thing. I know more about you. It's just this endless back and forth.
Let me take a nap and I'll know about you too, if I roll well.
Right.
It's an old
So,
sim.
David,
Where it comes from is none of your business.
We'll see about that. I didn't ask where it's come from.
Can I see it?
No.
Aw.
I asked why it
Why
was so
not?
important to you.
yes, you're asking the Ishmaki with a hunger for secrets why his watch is so important to him.
I really am.
He's just looking at you and says, "Now, what makes you think I'd even contemplate telling you?"
I give you the biggest smile, the friendliest smile I can pretty much do, because I legit mean no ill intent. You know, it's legit, genuine, friendly. I'm just curious.
Let's just say it has connection to those I desire vengeance upon.
And this is, of course, you know, truthy, right?
It's not a lie.
Okay.
It would be deceptive.
Yeah.
It's
then
not
I would know.
deceptive. It's just omitting.
You're
Which, yeah.
It's a
Lying
lie
by
of
omitting.
omission.
Hey, I've got a specialty in that.
It's enough for her to realize that something's up, but probably should not worth prying.
No, I'm not gonna pry, but I know something's up. I'll be like, cool. We do love our secrets. And then
Sounds like
Just poke in the sleeping bag.
and then I grab some more food and go stand by Talon.
he'll actually kind of put his hand on your shoulder, like the company we're keeping. He kind of trails off. He's just like,
I don't know. He actually looks remarkably civil now that he's got the watch back in his breast pocket, tucked away, nice and safe. Like he's just.
it's not necessarily just you. It's we just killed the Riddler. I got a diva vampire, a drug dealer vampire, a literally insane vampire. A bunch of childhood friends pop out of nowhere, all in the
One of them
span
is
of a
a
couple of
vampire.
days. So it's just like, whoa, okay, lots of people, social circles expanding really fast, and now we just keep fucking adding people. So he's just having a moment where he's just like, glad that's over with.
I also tell you, David, if it's so important, I would keep it safer. Of course, not as a warning, just like, you know, well, I kind of was able to get it without you noticing, and clearly it's very important to you. You might want to keep that a little bit safer.
You should get a pocket watch chain. That's the thing.
That
Yeah.
is the thing.
Mhm. I
It
have
is
Majora's
kept on a
Mask before.
chain.
So the whole time I'm not holding it far from his face when I grab
Just,
it.
just holding like 30 centimeters away from his body.
Yeah,
Oh,
making sure not to
man.
move the cloth. Very cool, just admiring it. I almost did that to Anthony too, but I didn't.
I'm keeping remarkably civil.
This is fair.
Yeah, and that is also the other reason. Like, I did see you kind of berserk a little bit, panic mode. That's
like-
why I kind
Oh,
of
man.
went
It's
over to
like-
Talon. I'm like, yeah, no, not gonna mess with that.
Don't
It's-
worry,
it's
I'll
the
save you.
He's not a vampire. He's not going to frenzy at you.
It's the equivalent of poking the serpent. Bad idea.
Just
You
got
cast magic missile at the darkness. And it got mad.
magic missile.
All right, guys.
I think I'm gonna have to pop off pretty soon.
That's fair. We're kind of just dicking around at this point anyway.
We've been digging around this entire session. Like,
This
God.
this entire social has literally just been chilling.
Dick jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does actually just walk over to Amber and says, "No hard feelings. It's important to me." I don't really care about the
I
item
just very
itself.
politely give you a smile, say understood, as
Talon's gonna
As polite
mark
as I
the
can.
watch.
Huh?
He said like 3 or 4 times now.
Mhm.
It's so important. So Talon's gonna mark the watch.
I also
Twice
have
actually.
Idaric memory, so I can also draw the symbol that was on it.
Sure you can.
If we really wanted to delve in that, but that's out of
I
character.
mean,
kind
you
of.
do have an occult fucking specialist over here. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know that. You're just some
Yes.
kind of eccentric little princess vampire thing to me.
Yeah, eccentric. Eccentric people usually know about occultism.
Usually.
I mean, he just doesn't like. He's a mostly chill person. Just this particular one thing is one thing that makes him directly protective, shall we say?
I should have picked the rings.
You really
Just
should have.
started wearing them.
Should have fucking.
No,
nicked them.
if you would have taken the rings, he wouldn't have given a shit.
I'm so glad I went for the pocket watch.
You learned
Like
something.
it would have just been the equivalent of keep them.
But you gotta see that's like what I do. I find your weakness, your thing you love, and use it to ruin you. But I'm nice. Ish.
Yeah, but I mean, if you did try to ruin me, there's certain thing. Okay, wait, hang on. Is Mimir's effect low satiety effect when you have it, or is it on somebody that you've touched previously?
It's only when it's active. It's not just everybody I've touched. Suddenly I have secrets on. It's just when you're if you're starving and you like shake someone's hand while you're starving, you can take
Yeah.
He did touch me. He did shake my hand while he was starving.
That's
I do
fair.
remember that. So you have to know one thing about me.
Yeah.
Or you can just take the leverage condition.
What
So it's basically if you want to give me a fact about your character that's a secret, or a condition that I can use on social things for you.
Okay. So in you already know that I'm in Aguma. That's about it. You know about me, right?
You're also familiar with Mimir's wisdom, and you would have seen his horror ever so briefly when the low satiety effect kicked in.
So I would have seen it. What does your horror look like?
Giant, serpent, just like a snake made from, shadow dripping with just the shadow dripping off the snake.
Okay. That's kind of
Set
cool.
tight.
So he's
like
like if Talons wasn't a dead thing.
Right. I can picture it. That's really cool.
It's basically something that I've drawn influence from. I'm going for a few angles with this specific thing here, but
right.
yeah.
So I'll actually give you info on my hunger.
Okay.
Yeah, it's ruin. I already told you that out of character, but yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what what you would have found out by the earlier shaking my hand when you were starving.
I'm hungry. Ooh, she likes to break people.
She's into some kinky shit.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Well, not so much break the person, but make everyone else feel like that person is broken at least. Because ruin isn't
It's
ruining
okay.
one person; it's making people think that a place is no longer safe or unprepared for something.
Mhm. Yep.
Mhm.
I can do that to people.
I kind of keep my company with very strong
He did also
people.
shake. He did also shake Talon's hand, didn't
He did.
You did. So you
whilst
know that I'm not just a predator, or not just a oogaloo. I'm an oogaloo predator, and I'll even go so far as to say my feeding preferences generally involve the flesh.
kinky.
I only sort of like hurting people, guys.
There's a reason we get along so well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Purely out of character thing. No, actually, no. I won't say that just yet.
What?
Nope.
Keep your secrets.
Yeah, exactly. Fine, fuck you too.
Keep your secrets. I'll find them out.
Well, don't get too excited, jeez.
I mean, yeah.
That's great.
I think we need to end this session here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we really
keep
do.
talking
Going
Let's
afterwards.
just cut
great.
this.
Like, I need to fuck off, and I'm like trying to.
Okay.
Take care, bud.
Uh,
See ya.
fun, weird thing. Apparently, the fucking Hasbro now owns Def Jam.
Yeah,
Fucking Def, ah.
they own an entire
Okay.
company of like rap.
Yeah,
Like,
Death
shit,
Row
yeah.
Records.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's staggering. No, it was just what timeline is this?
Right.
But anyway, you guys have a good one. Yeah, take care.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, nobody's really been, hey, let's join the social. So,
I'm still curious about Patience. Like, I'm really curious about her because I have no clue.
we're still at the bar roof here. Like, you're the social character that
Oh, yeah.
destroys people.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna be
your
pretty much.
opportunity.
I know she's a vampire. I know that I could go
You
in
could
a
have been doing
roundabout.
this the last hour.
Yeah, the roundabout way about this, but I'm just kind of gonna be straightforward because she's an aloof character.
Yeah, Talon doesn't know. He knows the meaning of the word, but he doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't.
He's like, what's aloofness? That's the darkness, right? Just with words.
That's everything's the darkness with words. Don't worry.
Talon has caught the awkward. It is a serious affliction.
That's his
No.
darkness.
So I guess David will see himself off. He's gonna eat off the building. Um, I'll turn to Patience and be like, "All right, so what's the deal with you?"
Which one?
Are you self-aware?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just trying to get a feel on what exactly you feel as you are, like who you think you are.
I'm Patience.
Well, no shit. What's the deal with the fascination of flowers, plants? You keep bringing them up.
Do I?
Huh?
I have a garden. I don't think it goes beyond that, really.
Pretty much.
I mean, you're being a little modest.
I would love to
Okay,
see your
I have a
garden.
magical forest, and I like to run around in it, and Talon's been invited.
She was great right up until you said that.
Yep.
And at some point, I'm gonna have a ritual there where we run around naked. Dancing in the
Ooh.
night, moonlight.
I want to join.
You should join.
I should
Oh, that'll
join.
be so much fun.
Yeah, we can not light any fires in there because that's rude. But I'm sure there's some
If you
lamps.
do
and
that,
stuff we
I
can use.
will have to try to kill you.
It's okay. I won't.
Good.
I'm not a sabotager.
Saboteur.
I don't believe you.
Oh, this incredibly complex crew act ritual. It'd be a shame if I let a match.
Such a shame. No.
To be fair, I don't have the ritual I want my character to do yet.
Oh, no.
So,
I-
it's gonna take a while.
I'm gonna pretty much talk like I have huge interest in it. Like I am very interested in this garden because I know that you are not talking about a normal garden in Gotham, or else I would have seen a magnificent garden like that.
Well, it's under a giant dome because sunlight's bad, and I want to run around whenever I wanna.
Well, of course.
So
You should
we've
take
got
me to see
plenty.
it sometime. Using all the charm I
Are
can.
we doing anything right now? Not really.
No.
Talon literally just shrugs. He's like, I'm
Roll
kinda
for
done
it,
with-
bitch.
kinda done
She's
with the
like,
bar."
you've been sneaky and shit right like 5 minutes ago.
fair enough, fair enough.
So I have to try to persuade you to let me see your garden.
Sure.
So that's manipulation and persuasion, plus your lair.
Manipulation, persuasion, plus my lair.
Yes. And I
And
believe you take. Hold on, we'll check out the social chase.
Why is it plus layer?
Because she has alien allure, which
Yep.
adds her lair to all social rules. Plus 2 for striking looks if she's that
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm putting all of it into this. Striking looks at advanced striking looks. Probably. You know.
And then you have, I believe, I'm gonna double check with the social chase rules whether it's contested or resisted. I'm pretty sure it's like chases are contested.
I'm just trying to convince her to let her
Social
invite me into her
chase.
garden. Very innocent. I'm not lying at you at all, so it's not like I just seem very, very interested in your garden, which is true, genuine.
Yeah.
So I will roll the roll for it.
At each interval. Okay. Are you using soft leverage, vices?
I don't really have
What
any
is-
leverage on her, so
What is Patience's dirge?
I'm
It's Jester.
Fair enough.
yeah, no, I'm not using any leverage.
Well, you're not lying or doing anything else, so
Nope.
it's probably just resisted by her composure. Because she's not like. Are you trying to argue or do anything? Or what are you doing as a response?
Well, she's
Patience.
definitely suspicious of her. She's like, I'm not sure I should let you into my safe base. I've already seen you. Well, not actually stealing, but like at least doing sneaky shit. So she's like,
You also saw what's his face pop out of the shadows, both of them.
yeah,
So it was
Well,
kind of a show.
she
of
knows
power.
that's Talon's thing, but yeah.
yeah. She knows talent. She doesn't. She wouldn't allow David in there either. Not at all. Oh, further that she could throw him.
Change them up with each step to consider contested and resisted rolls. Most resisted actions use either resolve or composure. I would say resolve in this case because you're like wearing her down. You're like a kid in a candy store, you know, like I want to go in there, I want to have this.
Pretty
You're like
much,
wearing
yeah.
them down, so that's resolve.
So I negate her. Like I take her
You
resolve.
take her
off.
resolve off of your roll, yeah.
I'm happy I just upped that. I got 3. It was like I only have 4 willpower. That's not
12,
good.
so I roll 9.
Oh, damn. I made a monster.
I mean, I've got
we made
about
a
the same
monster.
roll when I'm doing the same shit. So
Alright, so
What's the lower of your resolve or composure
my
Ludia
composure.
or her? Her.
for her? Well, you're both her. Fucking patience.
That's composure.
And it's 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need an exceptional success in order to open both doors.
I only need 3 for an exceptional success. Yes.
From an atavism or from the merit?
From
Maybe-
being in an Aguma. It's a
Oh,
birthright.
right.
Yep.
I believe that's only for disguising things.
No, it's all
we'll-
social roles. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds
Hold on.
wrong.
Yeah, it's
They're-
the others. Like,
Yeah, so their birthright, consummate infiltrator.
Mhm.
Gains an exceptional success in the result of 3 instead of 5 on all rolls to disguise herself, infiltrate groups, or bluff her way through tests designed to
Okay.
verify her bona fides. Anyone actively seeking to police a group or root out traitors suffers your alert out as a penalty. So you could consider this infiltrating if you're really...
well, infiltrating
you were
without
getting
the
to-
intent. Yeah, like I know
Yeah.
it's not a normal place, so I do
Yeah.
want to be there.
That's
And
fair.
I know that I'm not necessarily welcome. So
I'm gonna get all up in your shit.
that's what I do.
Good
All right,
luck.
so it's 3. Okay. Let's see. And do I get because it is a social role? Do I get 8
You get
against?
rote because it's if your striking looks, you
Yeah,
can
he's
get
both.
Yeah.
So it is rote. So it's 8 against, right?
rote is you reroll failures.
Reroll failures.
Yes.
Okay.
And characters and traits. I know it gives you +2, and you have rote, and alien allure gives you add your lair. This is the kind of thing you like. You might want to make a quick reference for in the future, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Activism. I'm just gonna double check that alien allure.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just lets you edge your lair. It's not 9 against or 8 against.
I mean, if
However, if it's an asset skill, you get 9 against. It's a professional training. So add your lair. If professional training is applied, take your 9 against. Other than that, there you go.
I'm not trying to. Well, I have professional training and persuasion.
Yeah, so that's an asset skill, so you get 9 against.
9 against. Okay, so I get 9 against. All right. Let's
We made a
actually
social
roll.
monster. You get to add your lair to social rules. You get 9 against. You
that's
accept
like
have-
that's 5 successes.
Well, right now I have
Yes.
3 successes, so it's an exceptional.
regardless,
already.
yeah.
So
So yeah, you open up. You you managed to get in.
I managed to just like you want me to see your garden.
To
Or
be
at least you're
fair,
not
if she
as
does some shit I
suspicious.
don't like, and I'm just gonna erase her memories entirely. So it's fine.
may-
But
you may
as
not be
far
super-
as you're concerned, I'm like your best friend.
No, as far as I'm concerned, I'm all right with you coming into my garden.
Right. So you were fighting it already. That's great.
Yeah, she's not charmed. She's
Yeah.
just okay. I'll let you in. Like
Like, fine, whatever.
Awesome.
I didn't know you wanted it that badly.
I
she
do.
goes where I go.
It's
I can't have Talon one upping me.
Whoa. In what? What did I even do to make you feel like we're being? Hold on. Now I gotta
me?
come up with a fucking. Talon literally just looks at Ember and he's like, "What did I even do?"
I shoot you a look like you know.
It might be because you smell like citrus.
It's definitely the citrus smell and not the grunge of the slums that I'm used to smelling like.
That's really
I
definitely.
I mean, you two smell alike, so
I smell like all kinds of fucking flowers, including a lot of citrus.
beautiful. Beautiful. Yay! So I
Oh
get
yeah,
to see what
Talon
Garden
kind of
looks
smells like patience then. That's gotta be bad.
like.
Okay, so we do end up going to Patience's lair. Haven.
Yeah.
Haven. Yes. How do we get there? We just walk
Take an Uber.
there. Taking an Uber. Yes.
Oh my god. These crazy
Got the
creatures
money.
of the night. We're just gonna cab it. We're just gonna cab it.
Sweet.
Get an Uber fucking everywhere in the city.
Very true.
So we drive there, and we come up to like a giant. From the outside, it just looks like a regular, like giant glass dome, kind of,
Oh, cool.
futuristic and shit.
Oh,
The
cool.
sky is whatever she wants.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I already looked like very interested, and I'm like, this is different. I've
Sounds-
seen this building, but this is different.
Talon's making a point of kind of hanging around Amber this time, so she doesn't feel like he's courting someone.
Yes.
And she's gonna like open the doors and like big arm movements because she owns the shit.
You know, full double door, both doors open, wide open.
The Disney princess,
Exactly.
Disney princess entrance.
Yeah.
Ignoring the fact that it's like automatic doors. It's not really. It's just her spreading her arms out and waiting for it to open.
That's great.
I just gotta just walk into this fucking giant ass fairy princess full on garden.
Do you have a castle made of like vines and trees and stuff? I have to know this.
No, but she does have a waterfall
Ah.
and trees with like fruits growing on it.
I'm poke the hands fruits. Like, I just poke them.
They're fleshy.
Very fleshy. So they're literal hands. Oh.
No, he's
It
got
look-
a picture.
It looks and smells kind of like a citrus. I can pull up the photo again.
She thinks you're growing actual human hands now.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
I wish this was close back again.
Human hands. Like, oh.
That would be such a masquerade breach if you ever had like a pest control or safety inspector.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So they kind of look like hands in the dark, but beyond that, no.
That's great. I still poke them.
Yeah.
I'm very fascinated. You know, like a kid in a candy store goes through from one thing to the other.
Talon
That-
pulls one out of his bag and sets it down like, I probably won't need this for a while.
I look
Totally
around.
didn't sleight of hand or anything. It's just like,
He's just gonna look at you, very disappointed until you pick that shit back up. He gave you that as a gift.
this is fair. He gets a look and he's like, okay. I'll put it back.
I'm sorry, I have. That's great.
He doesn't say anything, but he looks like the dog in trouble. He's just like, oh.
Hanging ears.
I'm just totally enthralled with all the plants and
Yeah.
flowers you have. Smelling them all, I love them.
So he's just gonna show you around, take you to the waterfall. This is where I bathe. Sometimes.
I'm kind
Where'd
of
you
jealous. It seems like it would be a constant flow of clean water. Like,
It is.
it would be very nice,
Oh,
I
it's
might
so
have to
nice.
come back here sometime.
So you
Yeah.
can
look
smell
at
like
how
the
cool
rich folk can
party.
fit in.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, this is the perfect place to start my perfect disguise.
Pretty much.
Go talk to Bruce Wayne smelling like a fucking blood garden.
Yeah.
It's literally a blood garden.
Yeah.
Probably been at one of those parties. Not to talk to Bruce Wayne, but
Yeah.
probably at one of those parties.
This is fair.
Very true. I've seen him.
You might
Sometimes I earn an extra by allowing people to get married here. That's fun.
That would.
Sometimes they disappear during the night. That's not my problem.
Sometimes they go insane.
Sometimes the light goes out and I have fun.
Well, I mean, we all like the darkness to an extent.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, very peaceful. I look around and like I'm trying to be very supportive to you, but very sarcastic towards myself.
Patient doesn't notice a thing.
Talon probably catches on that because he's been around her anyway, off and on.
Mhm.
He's just like, this is a farce.
Very beautiful. So what secrets you hide in here? I'm very
that one?
blunt with you because you're so aloof that it's great.
Corpses. No.
Perfect. I would totally not bat an eye at that. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I've seen shit.
No. Corpses don't last long in here. For some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, there's great nutrition for the plants.
That is true.
Very true.
Also, bugs.
Bugs, yep. Bugs would do it.
Yeah.
As I shoo a bug away from me.
Just a tiny little ladybird just
That's great.
only the pretty pretty bugs that are in here. Not the ones that are actually useful to the environment.
Just the pretty ones. They're just butterflies and, the ones that die after a week.
Yeah. Butterflies, ladybugs.
Ladybugs
All the
and
pretty ones.
spiders. Those are great.
Yeah, but we don't have spiders in here. We don't have tomatoes, we don't eat them. Tomatoes eat
Blood
spiders.
oranges, though.
Don't have those either, I think. I don't know.
There's really no fruit except for the one.
Except for the
fruit.
hands. Probably some
Every
strawberry
time-
somewhere.
It's a beautiful tree. Love the colors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's like several of them like throughout the entire thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm
Thank
just
you.
happy as can be.
Sometimes
it's
plants
another
like
thing.
to look how you look on the inside, and sometimes they turn into hands.
Wait a second. How does one look on the inside?
Well, Talon would probably be a shy violet. Because
Oh.
he's shy.
He's a violet.
Ish.
Oh.
And he'd look good in blue.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to her now with my hand on my chin, just looking at you.
Just putting
Up and
random color
down.
outfits on me.
Yeah, just checking you out
Just
up and down,
clothes?
just like, yep. He would look good in blue.
I'm gonna use mirages there too then, and it's like a blue suit appears, but it's clearly a mirage. It's clear, like I'm not. You guys don't need to roll to tell what's an illusion in this case. 'cause,
Right.
Like, it's
You're
just like
You're not trying to hide it.
yes, like here's a blue suit, here's a red suit, here's a black suit, here's some fucking purple shit. I don't know. He's just like, I don't even know what it's like anymore.
Instead of us taking you out to buy food at the club.
It's just,
We're just watching you change color suits. I really like
just
that
like, put some
one.
thread in the ear. I can make it look however the fuck I want.
That's great.
It's all a lie.
It's like standing there, like mouth half open, like she's gonna say something. And it's just for like half a minute, just standing there, like.
As Talon's just flipping through colors of the rainbow.
We should put him in a prince outfit.
A prince outfit.
Yes, like the singer,
Excuse me,
I
no.
can't even.
Oh,
I
like
mean-
the singer. Okay, like the band
and
formerly
then
known
an
as
actual prince.
Nope. Sorry,
mean-
I'm gonna have to say no on the prince part, princess.
Why not?
I just give you like a sideways kind of like.
Are
Really
you claiming Talon right now?
I might be. You don't know. You're too socially awkward to know these things. She's a bit eccentric, and she's a vampire. She ain't getting you. I'm sorry.
That's racist.
Holy shit.
Well,
Talon just kind of sits. He's like, oh, we're playing this game. Where are we?
I
She
didn't
started
say
it.
I didn't say it all in character. I just said that no prince outfit.
Oh.
That's all I said.
The illusions fade. He's just like, what the fuck is a prince outfit? And why is this not allowed? And he's just sitting there like mulling over these questions. It's like,
It's like I have no clue. What is life.
I have no point of reference with this. I did not watch enough of Patience fucking coloring books.
She just carries around coloring books.
Probably as a kid, yeah.
Okay, as a kid, I wouldn't be surprised if you did now.
No, because now she is a princess. She doesn't need to pretend anymore.
But you gotta color your prints.
Well, the prince I found last week, a few days ago, some time ago, I don't know where he went.
No?
No.
We
Anyway,
should
he
find
was
him.
very pretty.
We should find him. What was
Yeah.
his name? Do you know his name?
He had a mustache.
He had a mustache. Is that all you know about him? That's like 90%
Oh
of
no.
the population.
Oh no. You mean Nathaniel?
That's the one. Anyways, I don't like him anymore.
No.
Why?
Because he left me.
Well, he's getting married.
He's getting married?
Talon immediately is like, oh shit.
Well, we can't have that happen. He's clearly a bad guy.
As soon as he realizes that she didn't know, he's just like, the look on his face changes. He stands up, he's like, oh shit, I'm sorry. It's just written on his face, and he's looking at Amber like, you're a good social person.
Help me.
The bro code
He
just
means
took a
he's
hit.
getting married to his job. I look at Patience and I'm just like, and I'm gonna actually use deceit on this, and
Yeah, because
I can't like, it's not mundane.
she
I'm
understands. Yeah.
legit lying to
It's
you
not the
and
truth, so yeah.
everything to cover this up. If I need to roll, I will. But if you're not trying to look for lies, then whatever.
Well, you don't have a supernatural way of lying anyway. You're not a
Don't-
demon.
I'm not a demon. But yeah, I'm going to try
That's one
to
thing of
convince
it.
you that it's not actually what Talon means. I'm just gonna try to convince you.
Talon's awkward enough that you can play it off.
He means he's getting married to his work, like we all do. We've got
No.
missions, and that kind of consumes our lives, and
I don't have a job.
which isn't a lie.
I
Am
don't
I
know if
supposed
she
to have a
knows
job?
Tatiana or has seen how they act around each other. So,
She's seen
That
could-
Tatiana, but all you see of Tatiana is her yelling at Nathaniel.
oh, well, I mean,
I don't know how to feel about Tatiana yet. I haven't
Yeah,
gauged her
that's fair.
correctly. I mean, she came in, she was very snooty to me.
that's Tatiana.
Yeah, so I'm
She's-
over
she's a
here
diva.
like, bitch, I'm Queen Bee over here. But,
Oh, no.
I'll let it leave.
That's
One day
gonna
we'll all
be some
either be best
interesting
friends or
conflict.
we're all gonna be trying to kill each other.
No, we're all friends. I'm not actually a fighter. I'm a lover.
She's
mostly.
she's not a diva per se.
I'm not a diva.
He's not a diva either.
Exactly.
I like how aloof she is. I'm hoping she just kind of shrugs it off like, I don't care. I'll find another man. We could hook you up
Literally.
with food.
Sort of like she's over him.
I'll go find some other mustached.
Right.
I was considering the high guy, but no.
He's a good guy. I like his hair.
He's
He looks like a
surprisingly lucid.
Lucid.
looks like
Like-
what's that? It's in France.
I'm over here like, that could mean drugs. That could mean anything.
Could be-
That was the
he's
best
walking.
part about that statement. Yeah, after looking at you guys like fight over that word, he's just like, yes, he's high all the time, but it's an affliction. He's
Smells weird.
Do you know most of those are plant based? I
Yeah,
tell
but
her.
he's burning them.
Only to get the what is it? The effects of the plant properly.
THC.
Yeah, we're not going to use that word. Only to get the effects that the plant only gives through burning.
Well, I don't like how it smells.
Well,
It itches my.
Well, most people don't like the way
yeah.
plant burning things smell. Unless it's
Very
a campfire.
Very true. You don't want to say that around her. That's burning trees.
You
As
just-
a person who's a slight pyromaniac in real life, I fucking love the way burnt shit smells.
Right?
We all are.
Patience isn't like that.
Patience is sitting in the middle of her garden and she's a vampire, and we're all just casually talking about burning things.
Oh yeah, no. No, she'd go ape shit.
We're not actually presenting fire.
Yeah.
This is true.
Even though, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
good
no.
thing I
Let's
don't
just-
smoke.
Oh, I should give you the same speech I told to Talon. Fuck with my garden and I'll kill you.
Sounds
I'm
about
not
right. I can
into
respect that. What?
I said don't hurt my garden and I'll kill you. I did say that earlier.
She's being just a little bit more harsh with me. Jeez.
Well, that's because I wasn't ready to put you in here, but you changed my mind.
Well, your mind
I
changes
just feel
often.
like we have some similar interests. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
garden is one of them. I'm not lying.
You gotta be careful how far you go with that, because
Yeah. That's
No,
my
I'm
garden.
leaving it there. I just think it's pretty, okay? Goodness gracious. You talk about it. I wanted to see it. Also, not lying.
Anyways. Yeah.
Perfect. That's all right. Won't
I'm
touch it.
glad we're done playing dress up and getting mad about slights that haven't even happened.
But that's half of what it means to be a girl, Talon. You need to learn it sometime. Can't keep all this up.
I mean, he still needs to learn how to be human half times. Like,
Yeah, you're asking me to
society.
pretend to be something I'm not here. And I haven't
he's
even reached
barely,
the
he's barely where he needs to be now in society.
That's not even what patience meant. Like, you need to learn how to be a girl.
Yeah, that's why Talon was like, I'm not even halfway there yet.
I just laugh. Like, I smile. I give Talon kind of like a teasingly kind of look. And I look at Patience and just laugh.
So, garden's pretty. Don't come here without me.
Well,
Well,
that's
Yes, I will know.
course.
I will know.
I don't
think for a
plan on
second I
coming
won't.
back for a while. Don't worry.
If you see
How-
people running around in here, just ignore them when I am here.
Oh, that's fine. Minions are a thing. They're tending to your garden. I totally get it.
No.
food is food.
Food is food. I just, yeah, tending to your garden. Let's go with that.
Yes. If you see them disappear into the earth, don't go looking for them.
It's
What else?
okay. A lot of the
We could
people
have
I deal
some-
with kind of disappear. It's fine. It's fine.
Talon's like, we could have some fun with this.
You're really good.
Oh yeah, this is a giant playground for hunting.
And I
That's
wouldn't
the
even have
reason
to
it's
do
great.
a damn thing. This would be great. I just
Oh,
have to visit a few funerals and I'd be happy.
Oh, she claps her hands, and just like the entire light just goes out. I've got clap lights.
I clap it
It's
back
like-
on.
Lights
Talon
go,
can see.
"Doosh,
The
doosh,
vampire
doosh."
can mostly see. I don't
Where
know
are
about
you?
Amber.
We're over here fighting over the lights on or off.
Oh man.
I don't trust her in the dark.
Talon's just like sitting there laughing now.
I'm
He's chuckling to
slowly
himself.
moving closer to Talon until I kind of just like stop clapping and like crouch behind him.
Paige has had like a slight manic smile for like a while now.
Whoa.
Like she's excited. This
I'm
is
like,
her
yeah.
playground.
That's
You're
enough
not
for
gonna play in her playground. I'm just gonna be over here hiding.
You want to come in here?
You want to use my clap lights? Well, fuck you.
You want to come into my garden? You're gonna play by my rules.
Okay. Alan's not mad. He's just kind of tense because it takes a lot to make Amber scared of somebody, and
Yeah,
we're literally just fighting over lights.
I just do not. Well, I mean, I'm not a fighter, so if she was to come after me, I'm well aware of my own abilities. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, we're not playing with this in the dark.
If
I
I
have
was
to have
coming for
eyesight.
you,
It's not
trust
even,
me,
it's
we
not even
wouldn't
a
be
her
fighting.
anymore. It's not even a
Yeah.
thing. It's we're not playing with this in the dark.
Exactly.
Holy shit! Just dehumanize her completely.
Well, she doesn't know that. She's
She's
aloof.
insane. Yeah.
She's just aloof. She's just out there. She thinks
I'm
I'm
just
playing
saying,
a game with her.
I wouldn't need dark to scare you shitless and make you run around my garden. Just.
Well, you know.
Let's not tempt her.
I'm definitely not trying to tempt her. I'm a
Don't make
friend
the crazy
here.
person mad. Right.
The grass is very soft.
Thank you.
I'm trying to divert the conversation. Obviously.
Did you learn what you wanted to? He just kind of looks at Amber. He's like, "See, there's nothing. We
No, I
weren't
never
doing
thought
anything."
there was.
Yeah, but it's talent.
You're right. No, that's what I tell you is, oh, I never
Okay.
thought there was. With a huge shit-eating grin, you know, ear-to-ear smile. Of course, looking up at you because I'm kind of short.
Fair enough. Poor patience. I'm gonna take you to my garden. We're gonna fight over the lights. You can come here anytime. Brings another girl. You can only come here when I'm here.
To be fair, she's known you for longer than her. And
Fair.
recently, at least.
I mean,
I
we're all
kinda just-
childhood friends.
I'm over there next time he comes. I'm just outside the door sitting down like, is he almost done yet?
Just frolicking in the bushes.
It's like home.
Just one day, just come in, just find him lying under a fucking tree or something. He's sleeping there.
All the nature, but without all the pissing werewolves. Yes.
You would. It'd be funny. You come in one night. If he's there, I'm probably outside the door just like, hi.
See, say that I don't actually have the werewolf retardant on yet, so they are gonna be attracted to this place. So they are technically attracted to it. That's why we have a giant dome around it.
Nice.
That got dark.
I mean, it's a thing with the garden. They are literally attractive places to supernaturals.
Town's gonna make you an offer.
Because of all the magic.
All the magic.
Next time I renovate, how would you feel about one of our kind keeping an eye on this place? If anything happens, we can step in to defend it.
What would that mean?
Whoops.
Well, he's not gonna get into this whole explanation on what chambers are and how they work and how there's probably 15 here, but
You don't know how many underground rooms I have. Or if I have any, I mean. But nobody's wondered how I have different dresses or anything.
well, you have been in his lair, so you understand what he means by renovate.
Yeah.
At least some idea. You may not know how it works or what he means exactly, but you know that he has the hospital in his lair, and you ended up at the hospital outside the lair.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like you're insane, but you can at least piece together a couple things.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
So you wanna put this in one of your rooms?
eventually. Oh wait, I can do it right now if I wanted to. We resolved the Riddler story.
I don't know if I want that yet.
Well, keep it in mind.
Yeah. Maybe once I have better security.
Colin shoots a look towards Amber. We have something similar to discuss, but we can do that, the two of us.
Yes. I, of course, just give you a sidelong smile like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Of course.
Sorry.
Breaking
It's
up
this
his-
voices.
No. And then I turn to you and just tell you that I would of course not impose. This is not my forte. It is
What's
all
not
for
your
Talon.
forte? You're the.
Well, I could, but I'm not going to do that out of respect of her.
Oh, you mean making the chamber here?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'd be like, you don't have to worry about me.
Burn
I
this
have
place
no
to the ground
interest.
before I let it.
Whoa.
Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What
Girls
is with all
protect you,
this?
but that don't mean you won't fuck.
She's crazy. Let's just
Yeah. I mean, I seem to find the good ones.
We've got shit in place you don't know. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. This place gets overrun by werewolf. We need something. So yeah,
Patience is the only
sometimes there's
thing.
gonna be wolves in here. I can't really keep them out at the moment, but usually they just roll around for a while. And then
Roll
leave.
around, piss, maybe bite some shit.
But they do scratch my trees sometimes. Then I get
It's-
mad at them.
I say it's such a shame having them desecrate your lovely garden.
Well, I mean, they keep others out pretty efficiently.
Very true. Two-edged
Nobody's
sword.
coming around when it's full moon. Or when, they're out doing their thing, I guess. I don't know, is it full moon? Should most people be worried?
So, because of Amber's response, we both spent a point of satiety when you were like, of course. With that look, we both just spent a point of satiety and join our layers with burrows. We just redefine the burrows.
Okay.
If you were to enter my layer from yours, you'll end up in the layer rendition of the Velvet Rose, which can support a lot of people indefinitely.
Yeah, I
For a
have
second,
to.
man, you turned this place into your party or shit. I was like, I did not accept that.
No, we're not
No,
making this a
listen.
chamber. We're just joining our layers.
Yeah,
Okay.
our layers are joined. I have to flesh out my layers, but that will be done shortly.
Yeah, we can do that after the
Okay.
scene, which has been going on probably long enough.
Way too long. Yeah. But I had to see the
What
garden.
do you
Okay.
mean? We're just having fun in the garden.
This isn't the
The garden of
70s. This is not the garden.
I stick my toe in the water.
It's nice and cool.
Oh my gosh. Don't
Are
make
we
me
all just
start
having a
swimming.
Japanese bath now?
Yes, we are.
We're all stripping naked and jumping into the water. That's what
Well,
happens.
I don't strip quite naked, but close enough. Jump
Pretty
into
sure
the water.
all Patience is wearing in the first place is just a fucking dress. So
She's just like,
Mm.
who needs undergarments?
it's undergarments when you look this good. Okay.
Wow.
True. True.
Or when you're this crazy. People don't put that
That's the
naked
main
crazy.
one. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, well, I've definitely had my fill of this place.
Yes.
Yes, get out. No.
Thank you.
It's like,
Thank
"Ow."
you so much for showing this to me.
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
I would hope
guess.
not.
No. You were fun.
Fun. Yes. Using mirages to dress me and all sorts. Like, we had fun. Yes.
Yeah. We should
Yeah.
go shopping sometimes.
Definitely. We'll have to take Talon along, though.
Yes.
We're
might have
looking
to
for
update
this
this
outfit. How
wardrobe.
did you do that?
We need to get him that lilac outfit. That was nice.
That was pretty nice. I could go
Yes.
for that.
Wow. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
I'm just trying to befriend her, okay?
Paige is just a friendly
Talon
soul.
just shrugs.
I know.
I never imagined I'd be using mirages for this.
We're
You're
getting
the
you
one
to a
volunteering
tailor and then
yourself.
getting the exactly right color and getting it tailor suited for you.
Probably not a human tailor.
I got it. I got contacts.
That's good.
Yeah, we
That
don't
would-
need to break your secret.
He's just making clothes.
And you have the
Yeah, but I was
Delphi.
more talking. You wanted the perfect color.
Video chat, dude. There's such a thing.
He's-
Or money.
Totally lost.
You just call them during the day and you're like, I want to set up a time for this time and I'll pay double. Whatever your hour radius. And then
How much
poof,
money do you have?
I have a dad.
Okay.
Another venture.
Talon doesn't have money. He has whatever the fuck his lair shits out when he needs stuff.
I just
If I
kind of
need money, I'll
convince.
just host a wedding. Okay.
I just kind of convince people to give me things for free.
Oh, speaking of,
I mean,
my
yeah, if I
wealth.
get angry, I just dominate them into giving me the shit.
Bitch, this was wrong. Get it right.
This exact hue. All right, we can probably call this scene.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Ye-
You didn't do the thing. There we go. So that's another night in Gotham, split among a few different scenes. Making friends, and Talon is gradually getting acclimated to society beyond just running into supernatural after supernatural. Amber is making connections in this new world. Patience has a few new long-standing friends. So, thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. See you next time.